Hello, everyone. This is another Black Conservative. I'm Ryan Bowen, and thank you all for joining me once again. I just read about something that is extremely disturbing. A homeowner in Los Angeles pulls up into his driveway and notices a car parked outside on the curb. And the homeowner didn't even get out of his car, but he noticed something was suspicious about this other car. All of a sudden, a person jumps out of the vehicle, a masked individual jumps out of the vehicle and begins shooting at him, just shooting at him. In fact, there's a video of it in the article I'm about to read here in the Breitbart News article, and you can go to the description box and look it up for yourself, of this individual shooting at this man. The man pulls off and just drives off fast. It's just crazy, crazy, crazy. So what I'm going to get right into this article, and then we're going to get into the commentary section of this, but it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. So this is extremely disturbing, and it just goes to show you the unhinged mindset of so many people in this country. It's just crazy. But the article says a homeowner in Los Angeles North Ridge neighborhood escaped unharmed after an unidentified gunman opened fire on him as he pulled into the driveway of his house. The homeowner was allegedly, quote, ambushed in his driveway Friday night, and, quote, the incident was caught on his doorbell camera, the Daily Mail reported. The homeowner said, I noticed a suspicious vehicle parked in front of our neighbor's house. That's it. I said curb, but I made a mistake there, my mistake. He says parked in front of our neighbor's house, parked pretty far away from the curb, so it was very unusual to see a vehicle parked that way. He told KTLA, a gentleman, and this is what gets me, he calls him a gentleman. I guess he was trying to, I'm like, this person was not a gentleman. This person was trying to murder you and you call him a gentleman. I have that on my job. Sometimes we'll have people on our job, security officers and police officers on our job, will be dealing with some crazy person, and then they'll say over the radio, the gentleman just left the subject. They're not gentlemen. They're nutbags, okay? But maybe this is a psychological game. If you call them gentlemen, maybe they won't try to come after you and hunt them. I don't call them gentlemen. I say individual. You don't scare me. But anyway, a gentleman jumped out from the devilish lie. A gentleman jumped out from the back seat wearing a hoodie and a bandana. I just saw him lift up and point a black handgun with a long silencer in the front. So I closed my door right away and hit the gas pedal and jumped the curb. And you see the video of that, is highly disturbing. It's like, man, this is crazy. The homeowner said the attackers pursued him after he sped off and continued to shoot at him. He recounted the incident. One of the bullets hit the back of my car, and the second hit the tree in front of my house. The third hit the neighbor's upstairs bedroom window. And it's crazy how they're shooting random at this man as he's trying to, drive away from them. They're shooting at him, trying to kill him, and not at all thinking about who they could have innocently hit or anything like that. This goes on to say the homeowner added, they attempted to shoot at me as I was driving away, and then they attempted to follow me. Thank God I was able to drive fast and get away and contact the police. The homeowner's two children were in the house when the incident occurred. The alleged gunman is described, and this is what's disturbing to me. The alleged gunman is described as, quote, a black male standing 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighing 180 pounds. So that's the end of that article. And like I said, you can go to the description box and you can look up that video yourself. It's only like a minute and 30 something seconds. And it's from a news source. They actually are giving a commentary on it. But it's all kinds of speculations at exactly why this individual got out of the vehicle and began shooting at this man. We don't know anything about the man that he's shooting at. We don't know if there's any connection. I don't know anything about it. I mean, that's all the article shares, so I'm not going to add anything to it. I could add some conspiracies. I can add some conjectures, but we really don't know the details of why this individual would try to assassinate, well, I won't say assassinate, but murder this man and then go after him and begin shooting at him. We don't know. But it does stand to reason the level of hardness in the heart of individuals who are willing to kill a person right in front of their home. And I think this wasn't at night. I don't think this was at night. I think this was at daytime. In the daytime, I believe that this happened. That's what the video looks like. It's just like it's in the daytime that this actually happened. As a matter of fact, let me take a look and make sure. Yeah, it was exactly that. Daylight. showing the hardness and just the level of hardness of heart and hardness of mind that individuals in our society have, that they're willing to kill you in front of, even if they're wearing a mask, which is what this individual was wearing, a mask, they're willing to kill you in the middle of the day. They don't care. They're just going to kill you. Like I said, we don't know the motive behind this. We don't know why this person did this. We don't know if the man that this individual was shooting at had any connections with the shooter himself. We don't know. But we do know, unfortunately, that the person was a black person. Now, could that be saying anything? It could, I don't know. Look, I don't know. Could this be race related? I don't know. But I will tell you this. I will guarantee you, I tell you this. If the person in the car was white with the gun and shooting it was white, and the alleged victim was black, I guarantee you the mainstream news would spin it with a racial overtone. I guarantee you, my name ain't Ryan if they wouldn't do it. They may not say racial, but they will present it in a way that surely will suggest to the viewers that this is race related. Never mind now that this person was black. They tried to shoot and kill this person because the person that was being shot at was a white man. From what it appears, they didn't show his face, but it appeared that he was white. I could see his feet, and it appeared that he was a white man. So could this be race related? Maybe. Could this be a disgruntled, angry, radicalized black person who says, hey, we need to start killing all these white people in the suburban area? Maybe. Because the area that this individual was living in, from the image that I was able to partake out of the video, was a high maintenance neighborhood. It was not an inner city area somewhere. It looked like middle class and upper middle class. And it could be that this person was a radicalized individual who felt like we need to kill up white people, because we do have people like that right now. Now, the way the mainstream media spins it, they'll cover that up. They will cover that up. And if they do talk about it, it always talks about it in passing. They don't really get any details in it. But let it be a black person. I'm telling the truth. Let it be a black person that was being shot at, and the person that's doing the shooting was white. It would be all over the news. We need justice. There's justice, that we'd have protests and all kinds of stuff. These white people are trying to kill black people and all this kind of stuff. But now this is just this video here, this news video about like a minute and a few seconds. You're probably not going to see a lot of this. Yeah, it was on the mainstream news, but you're not going to see it covered in any length. You're probably not going to see it on CNN. You're probably not going to see it on MSNBC. But let it be the reverse. You'll see it on CNN. You'll see it on MSNBC, and it'll be this big hoopla. See, now I'm just speculating, but I'm speculating based on past incidences with mainstream liberal media outlets. That's what they do. That's one of the reasons why I always say the mainstream media is poison. People need to give it up. They need to throw it away. And if you're going to watch it, you need to mix it up with some real news sites, or rather news sites that are willing to give you the other side. You need to mix it up, because the mainstream media has got this whole country, well, maybe not the whole country, but a significant number of people in this country brainwashed. And when you tell them anything that contradicts the brainwashing, they go crazy. They get mad at you. They call you names. They call you a sellout, all this other kind of nonsense, which is why half the time I don't try to present other information that may contradict the information that they're getting. Because I don't feel like getting hollered at anymore. I'm getting tired of that. You want to be dumbed down on your own. I'm not the one. I look for people that's willing to listen. That's just it. I don't have the patience for it. But this is a crazy, crazy situation. This also shows, too, from what I understand from different sources, that Los Angeles is one of the higher crime cities, one of the cities that have the highest level of crime, and it's Democrat run. Yes, I'm going to say that, Democrat run, okay, because most high crime areas, are run by Democratic politicians who go soft on crime. And here you have this individual this shooter who's a black man, and the white man and the victim is a white man. Could it be? I don't know. But this does allude to the fact that Los Angeles has had an increase in crime. And we're seeing that happening all over. It's happening here in the city of Cleveland. Crimes are increasing here in the city of Cleveland. And who is it? Who's the mayor? A black man. A Democrat, rather. A black Democrat. Not a black man, but even though he is black, a Democrat. Let me say this. Someone said something to me that really just shows me that when people tend to be on the left, when I say on the left, I don't mean necessarily Democrat, because Democrats and the left are not necessarily the same. The left, they loony to me. They loony. But there was this particular individual who basically it was on Facebook, and there was a video of someone basically pointing out how that in every, he said he named all these cities that have the highest crime rates. He named 10 cities with the highest crime rates. And then I made the comment, and the man that made this comment, that gave this video about the 10 cities with the highest crime rates in the country, he was a black man. And he made this statement. He didn't name whether or not these cities were Democrat-led or anything like that. He didn't name any of that. But I knew they were. And so I made the comment, well, you know, that's usually the case with a lot of Democratic run cities. I made the comment, I was like, well, yeah. And most of those cities are run by Democrats who are soft on crime. And that's a problem all over the country. So someone comes back and says, well, no, you need to do your research. I mean, he was bitter and angry. You need to do your research. Some of these places, the places that he's talking about are red states. They're red states. And so you need to do your research. But in other words, the states in which these places are, that these cities are red states, but they still have high levels of crime, was his argument. And I came back and I said, no, you need to do your research. I wanted to say, you big dummy. The man named 10 cities. Cities and states are two different things. Cities are in states, but you can have a governor who is a Republican or a conservative, but have mayors and city councils who are Democrats and progressives. Just like that in the city in Ohio. Ohio has a Republican governor, but the city of Cleveland is run by Democratic mayors and Democratic city officials, and it has been for decades. And we have high levels of crime here. We have one of the most violent cities in the country. Gee, I wonder why. So you can be in a red state, but have a blue city. How about that? I said, you need to do your research, and I wanted to call him a name. Stop being so bitter and hateful towards conservatives and just think about what you say before you say it to me, because you were the one in the wrong. The man pointed out 10 cities. You knucklehead, 10 cities, not 10 states, 10 cities, which are in states. There's a difference. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah. Once again, we need to start getting rid of these kind of politicians, in part, that allows this kind of stuff to go on, that goes soft on crime. That's part of the reason why we having this. This is my theory now. That's part of the reason why we having this insanity like we had here with this man here. That's part of the reason. Then we got to get rid of these professors, these Marxist professors that are radicalizing these young people. Who's to say that this person in that car was a young college student? Who's to say he wasn't a young college student who had been radicalized by Marxist professors and decided that, hey, let's go and shoot up all these, shoot up white people that got all this money, this and the other. Who's to say? I'm just saying, I'm speculating, but who's to say? We don't know. Clearly that whatever the situation may be, he tried to kill this man and went after the man, drove off and went after the man and was still shooting at him, regardless of whether or not the bullet would have hit someone that was innocent. Crazy, man. Just absolutely, absolutely crazy. But that's my words on it. What do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all, and see you again.